What is good, everyone? This is the Kid DC Wrestling back at again with another video. This is your Monday, July 12th, 2021 edition of Raw. This Raw was to a standard. This was actually kind of bittersweet because not only was this the go-home show of Raw, not only was this the final Raw of the Thunderdome, but this was the final WWE show of the Thunderdome era. Starting Friday, we get crowds back. And I got to say, man, overall with the Thunderdome was okay. It wasn't bad, unlike the WWE PC. But, either way, it was okay. Like, I didn't really have that much problems with it. We did receive a lot of moments in the Thunderdome era. One of my favorite moments of the Thunderdome era was not only the Roman Reigns heel turn, but, of course, the Undertaker's final farewell. I thought that was an awesome moment. You had other moments like Bobby Lashley winning the WWE Championship. So pretty decent Thunderdome. So I'm not going to fully miss Thunderdome, but we can't lie and say the Thunderdome didn't produce any moments. Two more things I want to address, man. First off, man, I want to give a, I want to send out my condolences to the family of Mr. Wonderful Paul Onderoff, who unfortunately passed away today at the age of 71. Paul Onderoff is no longer suffering. And fun fact about Mr. Onderoff, he was actually involved in the first WrestleMania main event when him and Roddy Piper teamed up to take on the team of Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. So a little fun fact if you didn't know already. Another thing I want to do before I discuss before we get into this Raw review. As you can see, man, we officially hit 400 subs, man. It's insane because literally just a week ago, we were at 300 subs. So the fact that we massively grew over a week is just absolutely insane. And again, thanks to you guys, man. So, the road doesn't stop here, man. Let's continue this into 500, half of 1K. So we kick things off tonight, man, with a match between the WWE champion Bobby Lashley versus Xavier Woods. And, overall, I thought this was a solid match. Solid opening for the final Raw in the Thunderdome era. But Xavier Woods gets the roll-up, and he actually beats Bobby Lashley. So I was kind of shocked to see Lashley get the W here. I mean, Woods to get the W here. I was not expecting Woods to get the W at all. Like I said before, man, this was a solid match. So obviously that was playing the terms of what was going to happen later on in the night. So then after all that, we get a little segment with Drew McIntyre and, Jinder Mahal, hyping up later on in the night. We also get Alexa Bliss with Alexa's Playground, and she is actually interviewing Doudrop, asking Doudrop about how her, how's her first few weeks of Raw been. And then, of course, Eva Marie's coming in, and Eva Marie's like ganging up all on Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss, is laughing through all that. She doesn't care. So we do get the little in-ring segment between Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. And when it seems like that Jinder Mahal actually had Drew's sword, it turns out that it was a replica, and Drew destroys the motorcycle for Jinder. So no more rolling, no more biker Jinder, as many people were saying it, calling him by that name. So yeah, interesting segment, decent segment to say the least. Nothing too special though. So we do get the fatal four-way for the women: Nikki Ash versus Asuka versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss. This is all right, fatal four-way. Solid, nothing too special, but it wasn't horrible. Eva Marie comes out, Alexa Bliss is going after Eva, Doudrop attacks her, and then Alexa just randomly disappears. But Nikki Ash gets the win here, man. I think Nikki Ash is one of the favorites to win this Money in the Bank. By the way, my Money in the Bank predictions will be out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. All right, so next we had the Raw Tag Team Champion AJ Styles take on Ivar. It was meh. Ivar gets the win here. This does lead to the other half of the Raw Tag Team Champs, and Omos taking on Eric. So that was also, it was very short. I can't really say nothing about these two matches because, there was really nothing to talk about. Omos, and Ivar get the win. So yeah. And Omos, he looked okay, he looked okay in the ring, obviously he still has more ways to go, but as far as tonight goes, he looked all right. So we do get the United States title match, Humberto Carlito versus Sheamus. Now, before the match, man, Sheamus attacks Humberto Carlito backstage. Damian Priest, being the good guy that he is helping out Humberto. And then, of course, this match was really nothing. Sheamus bro kicks Humberto 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest comes out, so it looks like that we're getting Damian Priest versus Sheamus, which will be an actually interesting feud. I think that would be a nice little title for Damian Priest to go out there. I'm actually looking forward to that. Now, we had the next match, Falls Count Anywhere match between Ricochet versus John Morrison, and by God, this was the best match of the night, easily. I mean, these two men just went at it. If you haven't seen this match, go check it out. I know a lot of people don't watch Raw these days, but this match, I think if you tuned in to watch Raw tonight and saw this match, that, you would even say yourself that, oh man, like this was good. So good for Ricochet to get the win, man, getting him momentum heading into the Money in the Bank ladder match this Sunday. All right, man. So before we get Rhea Ripley versus Natalya, we see Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose getting a little fuss with the women's tag team champs. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because Dana Brooke and, Mandy were coming off very heelish, which kind of asks the question, who's the faces and heels? Like, even with Natalya and Tamina, like, there are times where they come off as baby faces and there are times where they come off as heels. It's like, I don't know who's the baby face and the heel. Same thing with Charlotte and Rhea. But Rhea does get the win here, man. Charlotte attacks her after the match with a chop block, going after that leg. So, trying to add more heat to that match. And then the main segment, man, the final segment of the Thunderdome era, man, we see MVP with his MVP lounge with the ladies. Lashley comes in the ring. He's all pissed off. He arrived late, by the way, but really pissed off and, telling the girls to get out the ring. He starts destroying the ring. It looks like he's going after MVP, and the man was just going in on Kofi, just talking about that he was going to straight up wreck Kofi at Money in the Bank. So, great promo, great segment. I mean, this was good. This was good. So, yeah, pretty good segment in the Thunderdome era. And that's Raw, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Raw review. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Again, be on the lookout. My Money in the Bank predictions will be out tomorrow. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And overall, I thought this show was solid, to say the least. So, yeah.